Good morning, guys. So today I'm going to prepare my lunch. This is one of my healthy lunch that I'm going to prepare today. So we have a bit of cauliflower, a bit of lady's finger, yellow bell pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, and a few slices of ginger, and 2 tofu. And I've already mixed sweet soy sauce and also oyster sauce and salt for taste. So today I'm going to do a simple Chinese style stir fry vegetable, and we are not going to use oil, so I'm going to show how to do it. Okay, so the preparation is going to be very easy. All you need is just a non-stickable pan. Since we are not using oil, so it's advisable to use a non-stickable pan. So first of all, we just need to make sure that the pan is hot enough, and then we'll just drop in the garlic and ginger. Okay, what we need to do is we just need to just stir on the pan till we get the smell, and then we'll drop in the vegetables and also the tofu together. Okay, now the garlic and the ginger, I can already start getting the aroma. So next we will drop in our vegetables. We don't need to add any water yet. It's because from the bell pepper and also from the lady's finger, there'll be a bit of water coming out when it's being heated up. So we don't need to add in any water yet. The color itself looks really good. And next we will drop in the tofu. All you need to do is stir fry them until they are cooked and also the tofu changes color. Then we will drop in the sauce. During such meal, it's not really necessary to actually follow the exact vegetables that I use, but I prefer this combination, and I always like to have a mixture of colors. So sometimes you can also replace the lady's finger with broccoli, or maybe you can even add pumpkin, or maybe you can add capsicum, red pepper, or even French beans. The choices is yours, but this is how I do it. And many of them has also asked me that, is it okay to just eat the tofu like that, because many of them normally they used to fry them or even steam them. But in my case, I've tried cooking it like this. It's totally fine. You can already see the color of the tofu is already changing. Okay, it's almost changing to be brown. So this is actually good enough to actually consume them. So we got to wait about another 5 minutes, and then we can start to pour in the sauce. Instead of frying the tofu, you see, I've just keep stir frying it onto the non-stickable pan. It looks really nice. It looks like almost fried. Okay, but actually it's just like pan grilled actually. So it's almost going to be ready. Maybe another 2 minutes time we can pour in the sauce. As I've mentioned earlier, you can see the water is boiling. Those are the water that actually came out from the bell pepper and also the cauliflower and also from the long beans. So we don't need to add any water actually. So we just need to keep cooking with the juices that actually come out from the vegetable. And once it's done, then we can pour in the sauce. Alright, now the vegetable is ready. Now I'm going to include the sauce that I've actually mixed. I've actually used 2 tablespoons of sweet soy sauce, and also 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, and I've used 1 teaspoon of salt, and also 2 tablespoons of water. Now we got to mix them. Just let them set into the sauce that we have actually poured. Maybe we just need to make them cook about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's ready. I've already tasted the mixture, and it tastes really good. And you can see that the tofu is already well cooked. It's almost brown. The cauliflower needs about another 1 to 2 minutes. The long lady's finger is also done. So this is one of my favorite dish that I like to prepare for my lunch. And also, yeah, the bell pepper is also done. So maybe we need about another 2 minutes and it's ready to go. Hi guys, so finally I'm done with my meal prep. So I have actually done the mixed veggie, so you guys can try that and let me know how does it taste. So when preparing this dish, you can be actually more creative. You can add more vegetables. As I mentioned earlier, you can include French beans, you can include broccoli, you can include capsicum, pumpkin, mushrooms, oyster mushroom, as you wish, and you can replace the tofu with chicken. So since I only have tofu, so that's my source of protein that I have. So I've cooked using only tofu, so you guys can try that. And besides that, since I've mentioned this is healthy, yes, it's very healthy because we never use any drop of oil, we didn't use too much of salt. It's because soy and oyster already have enough of salt, so I didn't really use much salt. I just used about half teaspoon of salt. And other than that, we don't use MSG, so that's also really healthy actually. So you can actually enjoy this dish together with rice. But sometimes what I do is, well, since I don't want too much of starch and I don't want too much of carbs, I will just have with a little of couscous. Couscous is also a healthy option. It's because you just need to pour a bit of water, hot water, and just keep them closed, say about in 10 minutes, and they're ready to eat. So you can also have with that, or you can even mix them with a bit of noodles, or maybe a glass noodles, or even mihun. Just boil them, rinse them, and you can mix it together with this vegetable and it tastes really good. So besides that, other options that I've tried is where I've actually tried with fried egg. I actually fried the egg separately in another non-stickable pan without oil, and then I scramble them and then I mix together with this. So actually preparing a meal, when it comes to healthy meal or even a non-healthy meal or any kind of food, it depends on how creative you can be to make it look good and also taste good. So in my case, whenever I prepare any meals or even vegetable especially, I like to have colors. I like to have a balanced color. So that's the reason why you could see the cauliflower, which is white, and then have green, and then have yellow. So sometimes if I have red, I'll use the red bell pepper, or for green I'll use broccoli or even French beans, or even sometimes you can even use spinach. But normally I try not to use any leaves, is because they get cooked very fast, and some of the nutrition may get burned off. So that's the reason why I don't use much of that. So you guys can try this recipe and also let me know how does it taste. Thank you.